Welcome back to Callahan's Corner, where you ask the questions, we answer them live right here on Facebook. So I have a question that was submitted a little bit ago on one of the Facebook groups here. I've got it on my phone. But basically this question is, hey, Mike, what is your best advice when cleaning up a database in a software system such as Service Autopilot? Any habits or automations you recommend to keep us up with as the year goes on? Right now, we're moving clients who have not purchased any services in the last year. Recall you making a video on this. Thanks in advance, David. So, David, apologize about the delay. Been a little kind of crazy with things up here in New York the last day or two, but I did want to answer this. And if you're not watching on the SimpleGrowth page, I will repost this in that Facebook group that you're watching it. But this is a really, really good question. And it's something I get asked a lot. And we had a really good conversation about it on the Service Autopilot Academy call that I did, a 5-hour, actually a little bit longer than 5-hour straight training on just the things you need set up inside Service Autopilot to dominate in 2021. So no matter the software program you're using, this is actually going to be applicable for creating a segmented database hygiene. Really not sexy, but it's needed. And the second part of the question is based on automations, if there's some things you can do as well. So whether you're using Service Autopilot automations or another product like Infusionsoft or HubSpot or ActiveCampaign, this will be all applicable. So without any further delay, I'm going to pop open the screen. If you have any comments or questions in the live or recorded version, happy to answer those as well. So what we're going to do here is I'm going to pop inside Service Autopilot and kind of show you the database hygiene of a lead, a closed lead, a client, and a closed client, and answer the question. And then I'm going to go into automation as far as tagging and naming conventions of the different types of things that are automated. How do we segment them? So we have segmentation based on a sales play, a marketing play, HR play, fulfillment, actually going out and doing the work. And how do we use certain tags to actually do this as well? So the first thing in SA really in this test account is you've got 4 different types of individuals in your software. They're a lead, a closed lead, a client, and a closed client. So I'm going to go in here and take a look at in the search bar. So I've got good old testers. So probably the easiest way of doing it here is I'm going to go in, and when you add a lead in from the screen here or from an S4 or a lead on your website, so you've got a lead being entered in when somebody calls, or they hit the website, or they're synced in through a Facebook Messenger bot from SimpleGrowth, we want to go in and add this lead. So the website and the Facebook bot or estimator bot will automatically do this. But basically, you're going to enter first name, last name in. I'm just going to fill this out quickly so you can kind of see the workflow, because this is, in my opinion, pretty important when you do it. So you've got your first name, last name. We're going to grab their address for service address and postal code, and this is going to confirm the city if it's in doubt. And then you'll notice the service address becomes a billing address. Always want to make sure that we get the email address. And when in doubt, always put cell phone in, cell phone number. Now, just as a quick reminder, because we're talking about database hygiene and cleaning it up, we really want under details. We want to know the account type, residential or commercial. And the final things, we really want to know the source. How did they hear about it? So I'm going to say this one came from Angie's List. And if they're referred by somebody, if this wasn't a test account, we'd have all the names in here. So now we've got them in, and we know what kind of account they are. We know their service address, their contact information. It's doing a dupe check. So now that we've got them in there, so off the website or Facebook or manually entering them in, the question is, how do we keep them in? And I guess the first question David had was, do we delete them out if they haven't bought anything? Absolutely not. We do not, I repeat, do not want to delete out leads or clients out of the system, because what you're building is a list that you own. There's several different types of lists, but there's the most important list is the list that you own. You're building an asset that you can remarket to. Now, if you're doing Google ads, pay-per-click, or Facebook, those are lists that you are borrowing. You do not own those lists. They're not as valuable. So the most valuable list is the list that you own inside your software, such as Service Autopilot. Now, to make that list even more valuable is we need to segment it where they're at in the customer lifecycle. So Dave, not picking on you because I used to do this myself, but you got to think about this. If we paid money to have our trucks wrapped. We've done advertising. We've done word of mouth. We've done all the things we should do. We're getting people in. We own that list. So what we're going to want to do is segment that list where they're at in the customer life cycle. And I'm going to talk about that in a minute. Then we're going to go out and nurture, and we're going to upsell. So if you've seen any of the SimpleGrowth upsells, not a plug for SimpleGrowth, but just to show you the power of this is that within the first communication of 3, people are getting 60 to 80 estimate requests off people that are leads that never bought ever before. Now the combination of leads and canceled clients and customers, but a good portion of those are people that have never even bought from your company because we're warming them up and educating them based on not being a client yet. And then we go out at the appropriate time and hopefully through reciprocity, when we go to do an upsell, they reach back out. So that's the importance. We never want to delete them. So when we lose an estimate for a lead, and you can see the long gray bar here represents a lead, we want to go into the More tab and close the lead. So now we've taken a lead and closed the lead out. And it's going to ask why. So this is under cancellation reasons. So were we too expensive? Did they go with a competitor? What were the reasons here to do that? And then once this loads, we'll hit save and close. So this is the idea. When we lose an estimate, if you're using 20 days to close or you're building your own automated estimate follow-up or even manual process, I'm recommending around 21 days, we ask the person permission to close out their estimate. And then at that point, if they're not a client who doesn't already have an existing service or has had another service, we close them out, and we're going to select why. So we can run a report of why are we losing these estimates. I'm going to save and close. Now you're going to notice something happens here. So as we go in, as this updates here, we're going to be able to tell if they're a lead or a closed lead. And in addition, when we go up to the area here and want to hit the search bar, there's some visual clues. So we're segmenting our database. So now that this lead has become a closed lead, that's okay, because a open lead is a lead that is basically has the potential to buy. They're in your sales pipeline. And once they're in your sales pipeline, after 21 days or 25 days, we want to close that out. So we have a really good look at how many people are in that pipeline, and it can be convert into clients. So that is part of the database segmentation and hygiene I'm talking about here. And then once we do this here, I'm going to actually log back in. They got the kids upstairs on the internet with school, so it is a little laggy here. Let me pop back in here. But the idea is once we do that, we're going to have some visual clues of leads and clients and closed out leads. So as we go in here, we go into the search bar here. And now you can see tester here doesn't have the little avatar with an L. When I closed out that lead, I can still see it. I can still mark it to it. We don't want to delete it. We just want to change the status of a lead to a closed lead. And then this is a lead that has an active active estimate in it. We haven't lost that. Now, what we can do is if we go in the tester there that we've closed, if they reactivate and require an estimate, we can activate that lead and now segment them back to a lead. So the next thing here is if we have another client, we have a lead in the system, we want to be able to convert that lead into a client, and that is going to give us the ability here to have that segmentation again. So once again, you've got a lead now that lost an estimate. So we're closing the lead out. So we've got the little avatar with the red L for a lead that has is actively open, or you have the lead with nothing, no avatar next to it. Now, when you go in and search here, and I'm going to pull up some other test clients here in this test account. I'm sure there's more than a few. Now, this other avatar right here is the little black avatar with no L. That's a client. So when you have a lead and you win an estimate, we want to convert the lead into a client off the estimate and then schedule off the estimate. Now, once you have a client, now, David, this may actually kind of lead to your question. When is a good time to cancel a client? Well, not immediately, because you may have somebody that buys like once a year or twice a year. I'm going to recommend probably between a 2 to 3 year spin, depending on your services, that you actually go in and cancel that client. So it's going to give you your actual net client base potentially. Now, each industry, as far as like lawn care, home cleaning, is going to be a little bit different, but basically what Jonathan Potoshnik of the Lawn Care Million and I kind of talked about, we both kind of agreed is it's somewhere between that 2 to 3 mark that we're closing that lead out, or basically that client, we're canceling them. So we're going to go in and cancel the client. Now, if the person calls and cancels the service and they're no longer using your service, then you immediately cancel them. But if it's just once a year for aeration and overseeding or holiday lights, we're not going to cancel them out. We'll give them a 2 to 3 window period to not rehire us. Then we'll cancel them out. And it could be cancellation basically went cold, or basically went out past that. I don't have that option in here right now, but it could be canceled due to no activity for 2 years. But here you could say, okay, they canceled dissatisfied, and now we deactivate them. So what happens now is we've got 4 types of people in the system, and we can see that when we search. So the little avatar with a slash through it's canceled. This is a lead, and this is a lead. And then the avatar with no slash through it is a client. So those are your 4 types of segmentation I'm going to recommend for database hygiene. We should never delete anything. We're going to close our lead out and deactivate it so we can still see it. Our leads are here while we have open estimates, and our canceled client is when they cancel a reoccurring service or the one-time service they cancel, they're potentially not coming back, or if they go cold between a 2 to 3 period, we can close those out in the beginning of, say, January that year. And we know that's when we traditionally clean up our database, and timing's perfect right now. So next thing we're looking at is the second part of the question is automations and tag segmentation. So this can have something to do with automations, but it also is if you're just using tags in your CRM, customer relationship management software, this is going to lend itself for a good segmentation of tags. So if you haven't evolved into an automation play yet, this is going to lay the foundations of this database segmentation. So core areas of the business we should track and segment with or without automations are going to be marketing, sales, fulfillment, finance, and I like to call number 5 internal/HR. So that's your internal processes and human relationship. Next one is we want to go in and be able to segment based on the position in the sales cycle. So as you're looking at a play where I said, after about 21 days, we're closing that lead out. Or after about 2 years of somebody just using a one-time service, we're going to close them out due to inactivity, or we're going to close them out by because they canceled the lawn mowing or home cleaning service. We want to be able to segment our database into these areas. So the things we're looking at is imagine we use a lawn mowing example. This is the same for home cleaning. It could be a lawn mowing prospect and then a lawn mowing prospect that requested an estimate that needs to be closed, won or lost. Or actually a lead requesting an estimate for lawn mowing, a lead that has received an estimate for lawn mowing that needs to be won or lost. Then we have either a lawn mowing customer or a lawn mowing loss estimate. And then you have a lawn mowing canceled customer. And you could have current customer to review. So basically they may need to renew that service, or we need to review them for upsell opportunities. But we're basing them on each particular service and where they're at, whether a prospect, they're requesting an estimate, they've received an estimate, either needs to win or lose that, and then a loss estimate, canceled customer, and a current client that could use the upsell to raise that gateway service to another reoccurring service. And I'm also going to probably recommend that you are going to have a one service for lawn mowing that needs to be scheduled and executed, because that is part of the segmentation internally. But main things we need to look at is we need to go out and educate, we need to submit the estimate, and we need to sell on a personal level. So naming conventions for tags, I've kind of already hit on these a little bit. So we've got the first ones, if I back up here, is the core areas of the business that can be segmented via tags and then automated. But then we're going into automation tagging convention, or just tagging convention itself if you're not in automation. So I like to use the naming convention of 0.1, 0.2, 0.3, because your tags are going to have that convention. And when we jump ahead here to the campaigns, or the areas of the business, they're 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. So the tags are going to be particular to where the leader client is in the database. The next one we're going to be looking at is the campaign names, is the area of the business it's focused on. So the first 5 main things that we at SimpleGrowth, as probably the leading expert on a national level in automations in the service industry, are going to look at, and we recommend that you do the same if you do it yourself, is status. This is where someone is at in your campaign. History is where they've been. So status, this is where they're at here. They've received an estimate, but they need to accept the estimate. History as they've requested an estimate, and basically that's been fulfilled. So we're going to have the last place they were and the current place they're in. So it would be they have an estimate that needs to be won or lost, and the history behind that would be they had an estimate that needed to be fulfilled. So we've done the estimate, and now we're on to the next step. So we know where they're at and last place they've been. So if your automations ever have issues or there's a glitch in the software, we can go in between the status and history tags, the 1 and 2 tags, and know exactly where they were and where they've been and reload that database very quickly. The next thing we're looking at is profile. Keeps track of the data not stored in a custom field. So it could be lawn mowing customer, lawn mowing canceled customer, whatever those are. That's the profile. And then a to-do. So this is basically a ticket now inside Service Autopilot, but basically a to-do / ticket is all the things a person has to do in your office. So you need to follow up on a phone call. You need to book the job. You need to do a quality assurance or QC check on the property. Whatever those things that need to happen, a 04 tag is going to be something a person physically has to do. So automations make sure what should happen, when it should happen, without the business owner, manager babysitting it. And if you're doing tickets to do for yourself, it's going to hold yourself accountable. Now, the last one is system tags, 05. So I use the analogy of like an amusement park or like a roller coaster. So very similar, like at Disney World, you would need a ticket to get into each ride or a pass. And basically it needs to be pre-booked, or even like at a carnival, you need a ticket to get on the ride. So that 05 ticket is that particular 05 system tag allows you to start and stop the ride. You didn't want like the Disney all-inclusive pass on your phone where you can get on any ride at any time, because that would cause chaos. So we want the system tag to tell the system when to start and stop the automation plays. That protects you as a business. So we're going to create our automation tags, the status where they're at, the history where they've last been. That's our audit trail. Profile keeps track of all the data not stored in a custom field. So they're a lawn mowing customer. They're a lawn mowing canceled customer. They're a lawn mowing customer that needs to be upsold to fertilization and weed control. To do, or basically a ticket. That's our 04 category of tags. All the things a person has to do that we can create accountability around. And 05 system tells SA or the automation platform when to start and stop the automation plays with the rules behind it. So you don't get to the next stop without that ticket. And as we take the ticket, we pull the ticket off so they can come back later if that's applicable. That's the 05 system. Now, campaign naming convention, like I said, there's 5 main parts of your business we can automate. First one is in marketing, sales, fulfillment, finance, and internal HR. So we've done those instead of 01, 02, 03, 04, like the tags. They're 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Now that allows us in the database to know, is it a campaign or is it a tag that lives within one of the campaigns or on the customer profile? So campaign names is right from the top. Is it a marketing play? 10 dot marketing. Is it a sales play? 20 dot sales. Is it a fulfillment play to actually go out and do the service and get that done? Or is it a fulfillment play of, that fulfillment play actually in the service industry would be more of just getting the service done or having it happen. Or going out and doing like a soil test or an inspection. Now, finance is finance. That's your credit cards on file. It's your update credit cards. It's your overdue invoices, all those things. And then internal HR is obviously running around your employees, onboarding, recruiting, training, and onboarding employees through an automation. And internal could be your other internal processes as far as like a quarterly review or a performance review. And depending how you play it, if it didn't fall within fulfillment, internal could be going out and fixing like damage reports, or like if something was damaged, maybe an automation that tracks that internal process from stem to stern. So comments or questions, drop below. We're just diving into trying to clean that database up. And the last thing here is, if you look at, I'm not going to go through the whole thing as far as time constraints, but if you're looking at SimpleGrowth's fully automated system, this is kind of what we've done, is everything I've just showed you, we bucketed into this system here. So the idea here is we've got our estimate request and office master form. So that is going to be basically a sales play because they're incoming in. So that's a 20 dot estimate request. A lead letter. This is going to go out and automatically email out the 5 or 6 reasons why you're different. So you can see based on the customer life cycle, they want to become a client here. Before the estimate, we're educating them. So we're talking them to the specific service they're interested in to overcome any sales or price objections and educate them how to do the service as a professional to raise the perceived value. So once again, we're segmenting based on tags of where they're at. Now, once the estimate is submitted, we have a lawn mowing lead that needs to accept or not accept the estimate. So we're following up. Now, this is probably a follow-up play here. So we're going to follow up on phone call, email, and text for all the estimates for 20 days. Now, at the end of this, we're going to have the position where it ties into the lead or client. So if they don't accept this and they're not a client already, we're going to close that lead out. So we have database segmentation. If they win the estimate, we convert them into a client. So you can kind of see how the status is on the client or lead happen here. When the estimate is won, we have a fulfillment play. So we're welcoming them and acclimating them to what to expect. We have a 30, 60, and 90-day follow-up based on all reoccurring services or one-time service. So once again, we're going to segment the database, whether they have a one-time or reoccurring service. Happy holidays, newsletters, and lead/customer promotion. So once again, we're segmenting that database based on lead and client, very important. So we have separate communication mid-month. And then we want to be able to segment based on the services they have an estimate for, scheduled, or on a waiting list to be able, if they don't meet those 3 thresholds, we upsell them at the appropriate time of the year to raise that client lifetime value. So that's kind of on a high level how our automations take the leading client segmentation, the 5 structures of a tag, and then the 5 different types of plays of automation campaigns. Main takeaway here is definitely do not delete anything out of your database. We're going to give our lead or a closed lead, a client or a canceled client. And then based on that status and the tags behind it, there's certain plays or campaigns that can be automated to activate them and talk on an automated personal level and based on where they're at in the customer life cycle. So Callahan's Corner, you ask the questions, we answer them live right here on Facebook. We'll see you again tomorrow. Feel free to submit your questions so we can answer them live right here on Facebook for you.